T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
Welcome to episode 57 of the Play It By Ear podcast. It has been a 2-week hiatus, so welcome our 9 people in the room thus far, as the room continues out 1 to 8, and we run people off already.
Man. It's the glasses. It's the glasses, Brady.
It is the glasses. There we go. That went up to 11. We're good.
We damn near have the same glasses shape. I just realized that, Brady.
I feel naked. Howard, welcome.
Get your monocle, Fiskus.
Yeah.
Hey, true facts. I meant to tell you guys this the other day. My uncle does have a monocle that he wears. Well, he has, because he has an eye injury, he only has one eye that he could read out of well, so there's no need for glasses. So whenever he needs it, he just kind of whips out the magnifying monocle.
Does he wear it in the crook of his eye?
No, he just kind of holds it. So it's not a Mr. Peanut kind of monocle. It's
I'd say you get some pretty good. Hello, Mrs. Griffin. I would say you get some pretty big pretty strong eye gripping muscles if you were constantly holding a monocle. Yeah.
Eye kegels.
Could let Jerry Lewis get his fist in that, and you could put him to his knees.
Would that be an eye sphincter? What is that?
I don't know.
The optical
eye sphincter. That sounds like something Apple came up with. The eye sphincter.
The eye sphincter. When yours doesn't work, download it on your phone. You've got the eye sphincter.
Good to be back, Mrs. Wilson. Great to have you here as well.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson.
Howard says, Brady, is that Tommy?
It would be, yes. Yes. That would be him.
Fellow Ripley'ites.
Yes.
Right? All right. Once again, welcome to episode 57 of the Play It By Ear podcast. Just like 57 sauce, we make everything better, right?
Nice.
Except in Brady's world, he doesn't do sauces and things. And we'll get that.
57 is no A1 sauce though.
Well, that's true. It is a poor man's A1 at its best. All right.
Well, the poor man's A1 is when these places try to get by with just having steak sauce on the table.
Yeah, some off-brand steaks.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's why I just skip it. It's like, we have steak sauce on the table. No, I need A1 sauce from the back.
From the back.
I need you to go
from
to
your
the
stash.
Shelf. I need you to go to the top shelf and get me the A1. I don't want the B2. I want the A1.
Visit our website, www.playbyyourpodcast.com.
Yeah,
I got it right the first time, guys.
Good job. Nice. For updates on our show and other intricacies of the Play It By Ear podcast, you can find them all there. So please visit. All right. 16 people now in the room. Once again, please sign in if you are here. Cynthia, welcome.
Cynthia.
Howdy.
Cynthia.
You got a Celia and a Cynthia.
Yes. Got the C's covered. All right. If you've never been here before, we do talk about 3 topics that each of us bring to the table individually, and we talk about those topics for 20 minutes-ish, and it's always on the ish because we cannot be contained. They cannot contain us.
Can't stop us. They can only hope to contain us.
Yes, exactly. All right. So again, each of us bring. Todd, you got jaundiced.
I'm working here. I'm trying to see.
Did your liver go out?
Carry on.
Do we need an ambulance?
That, to the surprise of no one.
Kyle Brewer in the house. Been a while since we've seen you, Mr. Brewer. Miss Wilson, just wondering, would you call a cyclopses, with the apostrophe S, I wear a monocle or glasses? That's a fine question right there.
That's timing, and that's perfect because we are currently reading Tales from the Odyssey right now since testing is over, and just got through the part where Odysseus defeats Polyphemus in his cave. So for those of you into Greek mythology,
which I am not,
Polyphemus is a cyclops.
I've got a student that's very much into it.
Yeah.
All right. So as you see us on the screen, that is in the order. I kind of made an executive decision, gentlemen. I just kind of put us in order. But Brady will start us off. Todd has the middle segment. I have the game in the last segment. So with that, Mr. Liming, you are up.
In a true play-it-by-ear fashion, we were kind of bandying about topics and just kind of went with one, and we're going to riff spontaneously, which is what this show is all about, right? So we're going to revisit commercials. Now, this is going to be a specific kind. We talked about classic commercials before in the jingles that say in our head from, where's the beef and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to go down a different avenue. We are going to be talking about commercials that make us very angry, that makes us mad. It makes us nonplussed. We don't like them. And sometimes it's irrational. Sometimes there's reasons you don't like them, and sometimes it's inexplicable, but it just makes you want to smash your TV, rip out your radio, or gouge your eyeballs out. So, I am going to kick it to Eric first, because I think he's been sitting on this one like a hen house chicken. He's been sitting on this egg of this commercial that really makes him angry, so I'm going to let him fire away.
Well, I'm going to start, and it's not a particular commercial. I guess it's a brand of
genre.
Sorts. It's a brand. It's a particular business, I guess, more so than a brand. But currently running, and then they run. And I guess one of the things, and I'll get to what I have a problem with, but the commercial doesn't always appear in the same way every time. There is an annoying way and a non-annoying way. So I'll give you the business. And the business is Mike Castrucci, Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you, gentlemen, I'll leave it to you before I say it. What about those commercials do you feel may annoy me?
Oh, I know. We've never discussed it, and I think I could get it.
What is it?
From Milford.
No, it's in Milford.
Oh yeah, there you go. I was close.
Now sometimes he runs, I guess, tight on the 30-second spot, and he does not get to do his little in Milford at the end, and he just says in Milford. Okay, that's fine.
In Milford, no.
Okay, and I guess I understand as a somewhat of a student of psychology that even annoyance can cause action in an ad. I personally don't understand why someone would want to annoy you because but I have purchased automobiles from there. It doesn't annoy me enough to not do that, I guess, but I don't know.
The same thing can kind of go to songs, things like that. Catchy can sometimes be, a negative.
Yes.
Catchiness isn't always positive.
I'm going to kind of go with it from the angle of this. Like when you were about 6 or 7 years old, the girl that you kind of liked, you annoyed her to get her attention, maybe it's kind of like that. That it becomes annoying and likable after a while.
Yeah.
Now, whoa. Back. When, in God's name, did that ever work for you?
Never
Okay,
ever.
So because you just made the statement, it becomes likable after a while. That never worked. I've never seen it work. And obviously, I'm in elementary schools quite a bit. I've never seen it work. It tends to be, it goes the other way with that.
But do you think that there's something? Do you think that kind of blossoms into the whole nice guys finish last, the bad guy always gets the girl type? Do you think that could be could drive from that?
It worked for Todd Griffin, says
There you
Mrs.
go.
Griffin. Nicely
See?
played.
It's
Nicely
still working.
played.
But no, like because think about it. I mean, that's been the theme to countless movies, countless stories that the jerk always ends up with the girl, and he's usually annoying. Now, granted, typically in the movies, at least at the end of it, he loses said girl, but he got her in the first place. I think there's something to that. I mean,
There could be.
But his jerkdom caused her to be lost. Correct.
Yeah. Or is it someone opening her eyes, his or her eyes? We shouldn't act like this only goes one way. Or is it because someone opened their eyes to said jerkness? Because the jerkness had such a stranglehold. It was blinding.
Jerkosity.
Oh man, all of this from in Milford.
Yeah. Okay, so the audience is already coming in hot here.
Coming in hot.
Josh Michael, welcome. Limu Emu. Yes, indeed, on my list.
Ew.
Absolutely, positively, nonsensical is the word. I just don't understand. I do understand, but I don't. I mean, I honestly, that one, I never will buy Liberty Mutual Insurance because of that. It's just idiocy. I don't get it.
I just don't like their little jingle. I don't like the way, isn't that the Liberty Mutual? No, that's not right.
Well, that was another one of their ads.
Insurance.
Yeah.
That was the one before they brought on the emu.
Yeah.
The Limu. Well, and they have the other ones where like the Statue of Liberty's in the background, but the emu is not present, nor is that annoying guy with him. So they have several different angles. I guess maybe they figure if we saturate the market with our ads, we'll get the people who are annoyed by ads. We'll also get the people who are not trying to annoy, and maybe we'll work in both angles. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always... Two that always stood out in my... And I'm thinking, because I was like looking here, when Brady announced his topic, I was starting to look at trying to cheat and look at some list of worst commercials. And most of them are like in the last couple of years, which makes me think that, I assume it's all younger people writing these articles that don't remember commercials, or were just all commercials great from our youth days. But I remember a couple that annoyed me. The Calgon Take Me Away commercials always annoyed me.
Why is that?
I have no idea. They just and maybe it's because I was a Ute and I didn't quite understand how tiring that having kids and working a job and everything could be. But I'm like, it was just. I think it was just again the fact that a shampoo. Not a shampoo. Is it a shampoo or a bubble bath?
It's
It's
body
bubble
wash.
bath. It's a
Bubble
body
bath.
wash. Yeah.
But that could actually make you escape your hellish life.
Yeah, it's like, open up this bottle. It leads to matriarchal abandonment.
Yeah.
Calgon took her away.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And
Miss Whit-
that... Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then speaking of local, the Jeff Wyler commercials always bugged me. Hello, I'm Jeff Wyler. I just, I don't know why, but there wasn't much to that. It was simple and it worked, but it ate into my brain. I hated it.
Hello.
Sorry
I'm
for
Jeff
anyone
Wyler.
who is friends or family of the Wyther family, or works at the Jeff Wyther. I mean, but still, just the commercials always bugged me. They went away though. I mean, I don't. Of course, again, I haven't
Jeff Wyler's had a low profile lately.
Yeah.
He's probably getting up in years though. I've seen his son on those things though. Mm-hmm. Can I get to Mrs. Wilson here?
Sure. I'm trying to read it.
All right, Miss Wilson has one Poise commercial that says the woman has poise under pressure and poise in her pants. Really? And Howard says he agrees. It sounds like she has poison in her pants.
I think poise is one of those words that always annoy me because it has the oi sound in it. But also, whenever I think of poise, there's a facial expression that comes to mind, and it's like poise. And it's a little bit haughty. So someone who has poise, I imagine them walking around going.
I guess if I were to partake of a feminine hygiene product, that'd probably be a look on my face too.
I mean, like as of right now.
Well,
or if
you gotta appreciate the alliteration of she's got poise in her pants.
There's a lot of alliterative words.
Is that poise in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
And Sarah, welcome, Sarah. She says that's the one that came to her mind as well. Allison, Play It By Ear podcast Hall of Famer, Earbud. She's talking about how annoying can be endearing after a while. I could have choked my husband out because he picked on me and messed with my coffee when we were in Iraq. And I wanted to do bodily harm to him, and now we're married.
Wow.
And that's dangerous because, I mean, people have weapons and stuff in the military. I mean, if you annoy someone too much, it's like, come on. Allison, I appreciate your willingness to not shoot him when he annoyed you, I guess.
And thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service.
Brady, you kind of went off on a little tangent there, but I appreciate it because I never realized how much I dislike the word poise either. I don't like that word. The people that don't like the word moist, I top your moist with poise.
Nothing worse than a moist poise. Howard hates Help I've Fallen and I Can't Get Up.
I always hated those too, yeah.
Now, Howard, you forgot the trademark on Help I've Fallen and I Can't Get Up because they've trademarked that. If you watch those commercials now, they have the little trademark symbol beside I've Fallen and I Can't Get Up. So, yeah.
It's the same woman that did the clapper. Who is the most annoying? Speaking of annoying commercials, like if there's a hilarious story when my dad bought the clapper, and my mom and I got to cracking up laughing because he installed it. And for those of you unfamiliar with the clapper, I guess I should explain.
You know what? I'm sorry. You know what flew through my mind when you said when my dad bought the clapper? It's a TV-14 show that I can't. I was like, your dad should have stayed off the streets or something.
I was going to say, my dad never had shore leave in Shanghai. So. But anyway, but like he installed it and everything. He's like, watch this. And he did a nice, very, what do you call it, dignified
clap.
Like the grandma in 16 Candles when she's trying to wake up Long Duck Dong and she's like... but it wasn't like that at all.
Wait a minute. Is that the first Long Duck Dong reference of the podcast?
It might be. I didn't even mention the donger. Well, it's cooking hot stuff.
No, wait a minute. It wasn't the grandma that did that. It was the grandpa.
The donger.
The grandpa did
the donger.
Because he walked up beside him and went, dong.
Yes.
Yeah, the dignified clap. And you know what the sad part is? Everybody knows exactly what we're talking about.
Yes.
And but anyway,
I don't know. I don't know if.
Go ahead, Todd.
I was going to say I don't know if does our younger audience know who Long Duck Dong is?
It's a classic.
The dongster, as you call him.
The donger. The donger.
Dong.
Not to be confused.
Grandpa's talking to you. Thank you for the
say.
quote,
I just say you would know but not to be confused with Richard Stabone on Growing Pains.
Boners to bone,
aka Bone.
And that was on.
They ever called him Boners to Bone?
That was
they
on
never
a
called him
sitcom.
Boners to Bone, did they?
Yes, they did.
They got the boner part from the Stabone. The Stabone is what they got. It wasn't Boner Stabone.
Bone is where the action is. Wait. But
sorry.
Sorry.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
Celia. Celia always hated the Bill Goodman's gun and knife show commercial. Call a buddy and bring a friend. She didn't say that. I said that. But,
and shoot an enemy.
Go ahead, Brady. Sorry. Finish your story about the...
Shoot an enemy. That's a good one.
Finish your clap story.
Yeah, the clapper. Dad was trying to do a very dignified clap, and it didn't work. But the lady in the commercial, and I'm going to try to say, but she looked angry, and there is way too much arm movement. She would go... and
I'd be pissed if the lights were on when I was trying to sleep too.
Yeah.
I was never in a house that had a clapper. Well, I guess I was in yours. I mean, like, did you have it when would have I been around when you had the clapper?
The clapper had a shelf life of about 1 day because it had to be removed and disengaged because nobody had a strong enough clap or the correct clap or the clap cadence.
A lot of the real crappy commercials had a crappy product along with them. Like, I remember the Blue Blocker commercials. I always hated those.
Wait, may I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the audio people missed that.
Oh,
nobody ever looked cool in Blue Blockers.
Although they tried. Josh, welcome, Josh. He's not a fan of the General.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What a horrible product. That's predatory.
Howard says, when I told him to trademark that help I've fallen, I can't get up. He's let them sue me. You'll fall and not be able to get up someday, and they won't help you because you took their trademark.
Right.
Hark, I have stumbled and fallen akimbo. Or something like that to get around it. Zoinks, I have stumbled.
I always hated the. May he rest in peace. But any of the Billy Mays, soak your clothes in OxyClean. A little too hyper. The ShamWow.
Every dog within 3 blocks is howling in agony because of my voice. Buy this now.
Yeah, I was not a fan of Billy Mays' commercials. Sure, he was a fine gentleman, but...
Yes, Sylvia. Welcome, Sylvia. Chia.
Yep.
She brings a chia to the table.
I got a chia gift one time from a student, and it was a chia Statue of Liberty. And I've kept it. It is somewhere because it was so unusual. I could not, but the only problem, the cheese died. Whatever you call them.
The cheese.
The fauna that was attached to Lady Liberty died, and I don't have any replacement chi.
I never owned a chia pet.
Nor did I. Celia says her grandma rocks the blue blockers.
Yeah.
Which I guess would be probably the age group that was targeted with that. Sarah, Buddy's carpet, indeed.
Sarah, I swear, Sarah, we are in simpatico because I swear on all that is holy, I was about ready to say, Buddy's carpet. I was about ready to bring up Buddy in his annoying voice.
Okay. So the question is, are Buddy and Ed from Furniture Fair the same person?
I don't know. And I guess we probably we do have international and multi-state listeners. There is a local carpet establishment that did a commercial with a famous Hall of Fame Cincinnati Bengal. And he was a diminutive fellow. And he was paired with a 6'8" football player. But his voice was like it's Buddy's from Buddy's Carpet Farm.
Now you have that a little askew, Brady, because Ed and Anthony Munoz were on Furniture Fair. Buddy was in the commercials by himself with the carpet. Yes.
I don't know, man.
Oh, yes. No, don't diss me on this.
Don't,
because you'll lose.
Don't you try him.
But Buddy sounded like this, and it was terrible. He was kind of a cross between Kermit the Frog and Fozzie.
I seem to remember a really annoying commercial. This would have been about 10 years ago, I'm guessing. And it was a diaper commercial, and it was there was like a cartoon baby, and like it was like a play on Whoop, there it is, but it was like Poop, there it is, or something. And as much as I would typically think that was funny, I seem to remember it being very annoying. Somebody might have to check me on that one. But was there a diaper commercial that had a Poop, there it is parody?
I don't know.
I don't recall that.
Who let the logs out?
Nice.
Sorry, I'm going with rap and diaper themes. But you know what annoyed me about diaper commercials? Why did they always insult our intelligence and use blue water? Who are they fooling?
I don't know, because I guess because brown water would have been too much.
Well, no, I would be more like, no, my child doesn't pee like that. I want the one that will deal with natural color fluid. But if my kid peed that, they're leaking antifreeze. That freaks me out.
Maybe I'm guessing it because it showed up on the paper towel or the diaper or whatever they were using.
Okay, and it might be a visual thing because it comes across on TV, but if they're just doing it to euphemistically fool us, I'm not.
We can handle it. We can handle the yellow liquid.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
20 minutes. Yeah, I do phones haven't changed a little tone.
Howard, I would 10 times rather listen to you, Howard, than Billy Mays.
Billy Mays. Yeah. For the benefit of our audio audience, Howard says, Billy Mays was my hero. He proved fat guys with a beard could make tons of money on TV. Yes. Celia wants to know, where was the chi attached on the Statue of Liberty?
It was like instead, where she's kind of green, she was pelted with chi.
Okay.
And like she was sprouting, like and it was so ludicrous.
I just got it. Yeah, very funny. Very funny. Sir.
Yes, nicely played.
Yes.
Howard also says, Buddy died a few years ago. When I worked in TV, we made his commercials. So you saw the annoyance up close and in person.
I didn't know you worked in TV.
Oh yeah, Howard majored in RTV at Moorhead.
I owe you an apology because I just got it in this very second.
All right, Treva, welcome, Treva. Don't know if it was said yet, but I will concur on this one as well. We'll save you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Annoyance.
Yes.
Which reminds me a lot of the Sally Struthers. Do you want to make more money? And she always, that was like the first line.
Why did you turn Freaky Deaky Dutch all of a sudden there?
That's how she sounded. Her eyes would be all wide. And she said, do you want to make more money? And she would do this in her head. Yeah. And that's what annoyed me about it was the way she said money. And it was like scary. Ooh.
Now, was she more annoying in those commercials or was she more annoying in the Save Your Pet from the Cold commercials?
I thought that was Sarah McLachlan.
Well, no, Sally Struthers was involved in all that too. Before Sarah.
Before Sarah, yeah.
I will admit, like our dogs understand this, but they do, because I threatened Sarah McLachlan on my puppy Peppers. Like, if you do that, Sarah McLachlan's not going to be able to save you right now.
Mrs. Liming.
Mom,
she concurs with "We'll save you a lot of money." Sarah, every COVID vaccine commercial promotion where they show the needle going into the arm, I don't need to see that over.
Yeah, I think we get the idea where that one goes. I'm debating whether to say this one or not, but I'm going to. They don't do it anymore, but there was a Gold Bond ointment and a Gold Bond powder, and it was one of the most insulting things ever when they said, for male itch. I was horrified by that. So
why?
Because if I got bit by a mosquito on my arm and I am male and I am itching, will I put Gold Bond on my arm? No. It is for a specific. I don't know. It just bugged me for male itch.
So how would you delicately explain that, Brady?
I think I would have Wilford Brimley do it. Hello, my name's Wilford Brimley. Sometimes my Brimley's itch, and I would get it. He wouldn't have to say male itch, but you would get it.
My Brimley's
coming
itch.
from him.
So, Miss Wilson,
from Itchy Brimleys.
Itchy Brimley.
That'd be a good band name too.
Another is the Volvo commercial with Pete Seeger's song in the background. It's supposed to be about the car's sensors that stop you from having a collision when backing. It really shows the owner is an idiot for having a driveway with no visibility because of poor landscaping. Stupid.
And don't get me started on Pete Seeger. I'm usually yeah. Sorry, I think I've read over time.
Well, it's okay. It's a good topic. So I cheated. And I just did a search on the most annoying commercials of all time, and some of these I don't recall just over the top off the top of my head, but one on the list here. It's bacon.
What?
Yeah,
bacon strips.
Yeah, the bacon strips.
Oh.
There were a lot of annoying, like the Gravy Train commercials were annoying too back in the day.
I think those were drug references because, like, that poor person came home. They'd been hitting the substances, so when they poured their dog food, there was a wagon and a horse train that just appeared, and they were hallucinating it going across. Or worse yet, the pet was hallucinating that there was like a wagon train going across and
it's
dog
miniature.
would chase it. Yeah, and it's miniature. That was questionable, to say the least.
Gary, welcome. Manscaped. Is that in reference to? No, thank you.
It's a personal question, Gary.
Yeah, is that in reference to?
Email that to us.
That could be. Is that in reference to a particular commercial? Johnny Edwards in the house. Johnny, well, hi,
Johnny.
Celia, my grandma would get angry when You Bet Your Asper Cream commercial.
Oh, I like the You Bet Your Asper Cream. That was I think thanks to You Bet Your Asper Cream, we ended up with the the Kmart or the I shipped. Was it Kmart? The I shipped my bed and I shipped my pants and stuff like that. Or is that Kmart? Or no, Kmart. Which one was the big ass save? Wasn't Kmart. Big ass savings. You had that, but it couldn't have been Kmart because they didn't have gas stations, did they? But I think it was Kmart that did the shipped. I shipped my bed. I shipped my pants. So You Bet Your Asper Cream was a pioneer for the, I guess, dirty sounding.
Oh, Howard. Yeah.
Howard, meow mix.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, if they wanted a real cat, it would be saying, yeah, meow mix.
Yeah.
We're going to have to sometime explain that because that comes up in just about every other episode. I do wear it out. I apologize.
Gary Troutman says all of them. So I guess all manscaping commercials annoy him.
Not that we know anything about the lawnmower 2.0.
Yes, not the brain art.
Celia says it was Kmart.
It was Kmart, yes.
I have another one just popped into my mind. My mom made shake and bake, and I helped. I've never been shaked and baked.
I did.
Shook and
Or
booked.
shook and booked.
Nor will I. Mainly because of that little girl from, I guess, from the 1950s. I don't know if that's a commercial from the 50s that they just recycled.
No, it was I was going to say it was 70s and 80s.
Well, but it was like a black and white cut, wasn't it, from a commercial?
No,
it wasn't color. I know.
I don't know. I remember the color version because she looked right at the camera with those maniacal eyes. We made shake and bake. And I helped.
We've touched on commercials in another episode. And I think we did venture into some annoying because I know we talked about the. I think that's what the classic Brady talking about the pizza place.
Yeah, classic commercials was the topic in episode.
Yeah. Some of those were, I believe, Eric, you brought up about some of those being annoying, like and sticking in your mind. We talked about the Jack Palance confidence. Sexy. What you think?
And then
man was out of breath putting on Aquavelva. What do you put on? What was it?
Aquavelva.
Brute? What was he? Aquavelva. Yeah.
I think it was Aquavelva.
Oh, have you ever smelt Aquavelva?
I have some in my. Remember that I told you I was on a little adventure to collect all the drugstore colognes and aftershaves. That's on my. It's in there in my room right now. I use it every once in a while.
Is Brute by Men?
Brute is on there. Brute. I got Brute, Stetson, Old Spice, Aqua.
English leather.
I don't have English leather yet.
What about
English leather?
English leather. I
that's
can't
hard to
understand.
get.
Why would that be an appealing name for a cologne? I mean, does it make your skin smell like English leather? I mean, is that
leather is a common men's cologne scent. I like the smell of leather.
I mean, English leather could be a taxi driver that's on his feet all day wearing leather shoes and it smells of foot and funk.
Think about it, Eric. You like the smell of a ball glove, don't you?
Well, yeah, not on my face.
Yeah.
Quack.
Right. Right. Howard does say it started in the 60s, Brady. I'm pretty sure, once again, you've challenged my recollection. And I believe that was black and white. How dare you!
So they are implying that the kids
You cur.
You mangy cur. Do they imply the kids could help because they could just throw it in a bag and shake it?
Shake it.
Shake it.
Is there still shake and bake?
I don't
Eric
know.
hates cologne. No wonder Eric's
I do
dissing cologne.
hate cologne. It gives me a headache.
Yeah, I can see that if it does. If it gives you a headache, how you would
bought
not
a new
like
bottle of Dolce & Gabbana K.
I love my colognes.
Yeah.
But are there still shake and bake? Is that still a brand? Is that? I mean, is it?
I've never been shook and book. So
did they ever graduate from just chicken, like chicken and crumbs? I mean, to other meats and.
I thought they were like a pork chop. I thought that was always in the commercial.
Applesauce.
Maybe there's a healthy version now. It's toil and broil. But
Sylvia, current one, a tax commercial, free, dressed in 80s workout clothes. I don't think I knew that one.
I don't know it either.
Can I ask a ridiculous question, and then we could get out of the commercial thing? But there was a certain men's function medication where, and even the silhouette, like on the commercials, where they were like out in the cow pasture in two dilapidated bathtubs sitting in it. And I'm like, that might be the problem, buddy.
They were like on this patio, sort of like second floor patio, and like you said, like metal tubs. Him and his significant other.
They're holding hands in separate dilapidated tubs that you could just imagine filled with rainwater, and the coyotes have been drinking out of it. And like that might be the issue. You probably have some kind of like infection because you've been sitting in stagnant, soiled water. Yeah, I don't know.
Coyote juice.
Howard, pardon me. Do you have any gray poupon? I don't know if that really ever annoyed me. I guess after I heard it about 7,000 times, it maybe annoyed me.
Yeah.
Well, and plus, didn't you always kind of want it to happen to you? Didn't you want to be out somewhere and somebody roll your window and
sitting in a traffic light? Some limo comes up beside me and rolls down his window. I got some right here.
Yeah, well, I always travel with my
hopefully
glove box full of gray poupon.
Shoot, they'd be out of luck with me. He's like, no, I hate mustard. Drive on.
Miss Wilson, it's all about brand recognition, be it whether you remember it because it was an annoying commercial. It does not matter. That is true. The psychologist will tell you that. Becky says you can. Yes, Becky says you can get, I assume you mean shake and bake, my dear. Get it at Wally World. And Howard does say it's still around. They do pork chops as well.
Yeah. The first one I remember was chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken or pork. Nice.
And Miss Wilson also says shake and bake still sold for its chicken or a nice juicy piece of pork. All right. I think we've beat that topic to its to a pulp, have we not?
Nice.
So we need to trademark toil and broil and work and jerk.
Work and
It can be Jeremy and jerk chicken. So you put the jerk spices in the bag, so it's like work and jerk.
I think that means a totally different thing.
You're just filthy.
Yeah, filthy. Sorry, filthy.
Rotten. Your heads are the rotten fruit. It's every monkey's favorite. It never gets old.
It never.
Maybe it does.
Well, maybe to our people in our audience, but it never gets old to us. All right,
Eric,
memberships. What,
Eric? Before you do our plug, can I
sure
get serious for a minute and do a plug for a buddy?
You can do a plug, but it cannot be serious.
Well, it's got to be somewhat serious.
Okay, go ahead.
So, big news from a friend. We all know him, a friend of mine, a coworker, Mr. Blake Kibler. He is a real live artist, a published artist, and not artist, sorry, author. Wow, sorry, author. He may be an artist too, but he's an author, and his book is out now. So, if everybody could take a minute, write down the name Blake Kibler, BlakeKibler. And his first book, Time Served, is out now. And Blake is a teacher at Hillsboro, and
my former student.
Yeah,
and you
and
can
he made
get
it anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, you can get the Kindle version, and also the paperback is available now to order. So again, please go to Amazon and order Blake's book, local author, and we wish him the best and
absolutely
try to support him in any way possible.
Very good.
Good.
Blake also an OE, an original earbud.
He is an original earbud.
All right. Memberships support our work on the podcast. For more information, you can go to playitbyearpodcast.com/support. And it's on the website. And right in the middle of the menu, it says membership support. You can click on that and go to all the way to the bottom. Buy Me a Coffee is our crowdsourcing platform. If you click on that, it will give you much more information on membership. And we thank our current members / Earbud Hall of Famers, Joe Rocky, Christina Rocky, Chuck Griffin, Allison Chavis, and Jessica Longacre for supporting what we do.
Thank you, guys and gals.
Speaking of membership, part of that we're looking into some planning for the summer months. Possibly trying to take this show on the road and having a live show. See how that goes. And part of that would be maybe some new merchandise with our new logo on it. So, again, membership goes toward things of that sort. So, once we get that nailed down as far as planning, if we can, we'll certainly let you all know.
That money could pay for our gas and gas station hot dogs as we take this show on the road.
Yes,
gas station sushi.
Delicacy. Delicacy. All right, Todd.
All right.
Number 2.
Thank you. Speaking of delicacies, so we had a pretty funny conversation today at which will be a topic at some point. But basically, the topic was casseroles. And Brady has I'm sure you would not be surprised to hear Brady's take on casseroles. It's pretty much his take on most foods. But anyway, so this whole debate about casseroles made me think that it would be a good topic tonight. But then the last minute, as I was trying to come up with ideas on how to fill 20 to 40 minutes of casserole talk, I stumbled across this this particular list on BuzzFeed. And as I'm looking at it, every food on this list, I just pictured Brady's face and the twisting and just the look on his face.
Grimacing.
grimacing. Eric somewhat, but not as much as Brady. And I've asked our host, Mr. Fiskus, for our viewing audience to put these up on the screen. And I thought maybe our audience could chime in and talk about whether they've ever had these, whether they would try them, if they agree that they are gross. But this list is called 21 Truly Upsetting Vintage Recipes. So they're vintage. So they're not. There's nothing new here. But without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, Tuna and Jello Pie. And Eric, the picture is. You probably can tell, Eric. It's a pie with like green.
I got it.
It's also known as Summer Salad Pie, which I thought the name of that alone would piss Fiskus and Brady off because it's salad pie. Two words that should probably never go together.
Well, yeah, tuna salad pie. No, in no way, shape, or form should any of that happen.
Summer would be ruined by tomaine poisoning.
Yeah, there's nothing really appealing about this. Each one of these has the recipe too, and the funny thing about this recipe is you got the summer salad pie recipe, and half the recipe goes to the cheese pie shell. So the crust part is cheese. Apparently, it's a cheese pie.
Ooh.
And then you got the tuna salad stuffing in the middle of it. And I don't exactly know what makes the lime green, the pale green
mold
skin.
So is there a second picture of this? Is there a slice of it? Is that what this second picture is here?
Yes. Yeah, there's a second picture of it, a slice of it. Check out those glasses, by the way. We all own those. There's the slice of it, yeah.
Oh,
but when you first look at that, you might think it's a grasshopper pie of some sort, right? Like like a mint chocolate pie.
Oh, I thought you meant literal.
No, I think they call it like grasshopper. But first off, what kind of tuna salad is that dark?
Spoiled.
Spoiled.
Right.
So that is. And to get through the list, I'll try to go a little quicker. I know people want to chime in. That's tuna and Jello pie. But again, the only thing I thought interesting about that is the crust, a crust made out of some sort of flaky cheese dough type stuff. That maybe wouldn't be bad.
I don't like fist anyway, but fist and cheese with Jello, that's horrible.
Howard says, "Oh hell no" to tuna and Jello. And Susan Bird, welcome.
Susan, my lovely neighbor.
One word, gross. Indeed.
Number 2 on our list: ham and bananas. Is it hollandaise? Is that how you say
Hollandaise,
it?
Yeah.
Hollandaise. Ham and bananas hollandaise. And that's the one with the nanners. That is basically what it looks like. It's just a nanner wrapped in some ham and with some hollandaise sauce on it.
I don't like hollandaise sauce because it's a creamy yuckness. But I do like some fried plantains. You know, like there's some Caribbean dishes, but no,
I don't want my banana wrapped in ham. I don't want ham touching my banana, not
a ham
up against it or in it. I don't want ham on my banana.
Now the only fortunate
ham is a very
the only fortunate thing about that concoction right there is the hollandaise sauce is not touching the banana because it's over top of the ham.
But you know as well as I do, you couldn't keep it off of it. I mean, how do you eat that? Do you hold it up and eat it? Do you just eat the banana up until it gets to the edge of the ham, and then eat the other end of the banana until it gets to the edge of the ham?
Would you eat it like finger food?
Unroll it? I don't know.
Or would you fork it and knife it?
I think you would have to fork it. You'd have to fork it, but once you start forking it, the hollandaise is going to get on the hollandaise.
That's exactly what I would do with it. Fork it. Just fork
it. Yeah.
Number 3. Hot dog fondue.
Fondue.
And yeah, that one.
Putting on the dog.
I can't. Putting on the dog. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm looking at, what that graph is, but it just shows different ways. The funny, can you zoom in on that at all, or is it going to get too blurry?
So the only way I can zoom in on it is to download it, and I'm not sure how to share the screen.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is on that picture, if you just Google hot dog fondue, and if you can find that exact graphic, the bottom is 6 different ways that you can carve your dog to get different shapes of the hot dog. And like, you can go, there's a couple zigzag, like hatch patterns. There's several different patterns to get different shapes out of your hot dog, which I think is interesting.
It's more about like frank mutilation. It's not what goes on it. It's the artistic frankery.
Yeah, and I don't know what's in that picture. It looks to me like some sort of pepper stuffed or tomato or something stuffed with some sort of
beans and franks. Beans and franks.
I'm going to tell you, of all the things so far, I would come close to eating that.
Well, because you could pick and choose. It looks like. I mean, you could just take the hot dog and just eat it by itself.
Now that
looks good.
That looks
That's
interesting.
A pretzel. That's a pretzel wonton hot dog. It says
pretzels.
Oh,
with,
woven. Sorry, it's very small.
With hot dogs betwixt.
All right. So Eric, sorry.
All right. Some comments from our audience here. Howard, yes, keep your hands off your banana. Yes. Miss Wilson, I hate mixing savory and sweet, so no thank you to the bananas fondue. Or no, wait a minute. That was bananas.
Or no, that was probably the other one.
Yeah. Sylvia, trash can it, indeed. Miss Wilson, hot dog fondue is just hot dog with melted cheese. That's fine. If you're just dipping hot dogs into cheese. Oh, see. To whack your wiener.
So you're gonna get us a fine,
yes, we're gonna get an FCC fine.
All right. So Eric, this next one's for you. Number 4, perfection salad. Perfection salad.
And I can tell already that no, it will not be perfection in any way.
You'll have to pull that up. That has you written all over it.
Oh, get out of town!
It's the picture I sent. That is a
I've got
it's a mold. Okay.
Let's see if I can find it here.
I'm trying to imagine.
Here are the ingredients. 2 envelopes. First off, 2 envelopes of unflavored gelatin, half a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 can of apple juice, half a cup of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 1 cup of shredded carrot. Get that out of there. 1 cup of sliced celeries, 1 cup of finely shredded cabbage, half a cup of chopped green pepper, and 1 can of chopped pimento.
All right, so
and that is
my feelings on celeries in Jello are well documented.
Unless it's Wendy's chili, you'll have no celeries.
Exactly. No, there'd be no celeries in my Jello.
What is the purpose, though, of needing to take all of those salad ingredients and then mold them into a gelatin mold? I don't quite understand what the purpose is.
It's called a casserole.
But it's it's unflavored gelatin too. So it's not even like
what's the point of that?
They're not even doing it for the flavor. Yeah.
They're giving it texture and good gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Some turgidness so it'll stand up.
Do you think that's all about presentation right there? I mean, do you think that's why it's
probably perfection.
To slap the name perfection on that. Yes. In addition to all that other stuff. Gary says, light it on fire and ring the doorbell. Celia says that perfection salad looks like something from Leatherface's cookbook.
It does look very skin
It looks
covered.
like something the cat left on the back deck.
So Howard
has perfection salad.
So Howard, what is maybe you can answer what the purpose of the non-flavored gelatin is? Because you said if you like veggies, I do like veggies. I don't like non-flavored gelatin on my veggies.
My wife says unflavored gelatin is used as a binder.
Sort of like a chemical.
I want that stuff in no binder, a 3-ring binder or otherwise.
And sent to the landfill.
Number 5, frosted ribbon loaf. Anytime it has loaf in the title, Eric, you can probably tell which one's the frosted.
Afterwards.
You could probably tell which one's the frosted ribbon loaf, Eric.
Yeah,
Let me go with.
I'm honestly about to vomit looking at this.
So there is the two main parts of this dish is a ham filling and an egg filling. The ham filling has ground cooked ham, chopped celery, drained pickle relish, horseradish, and mayonnaise. Nope, that's not it. That's not it.
That's not it.
Nope. That's coming later.
That's foul.
It's like
it'd be coming later, all right.
Yeah, it's like a white, square loaf on a plate on a dish.
Yeah, I got it now.
You just killed me with those three things: white, square, and loaf. None of those.
And you also you coat it in cream cheese.
Oh,
you coat it in cream cheese.
Now
that's very festive.
It does look festive, and it looks like in presentation, it looks like it ought to be sweet, but there's nothing sweet in any of those.
It looks like it should be some kind of cookies and cream thing, but
that's what I was getting ready to say.
Ham and relish.
If I were across the room and you said, "Go have you a piece of that dessert over there," I would probably at least walk over to it and look at it because it doesn't look bad as a dessert. But when you realize that's not cake, that's ham, and then the part in the middle is egg, and then the outside is cream cheese.
God.
I think the first thing that gives it away is there's a tomato on top of it.
True.
That was a strawberry.
That could be decorative, though. That could be, what's it called, fondant or whatever?
Well, but that would signal that it is not
garnish.
Sweet.
Well, if it was cake, like they can make cake icing look like anything.
Yeah, but
I literally thought it was a strawberry. I didn't realize that was a tomato.
It would be a tomato made out of icing. Again, what's the stuff called? Fondant or fondue or whatever. The stuff that they put on cakes. I don't know. Somebody knows.
Fougat?
Celia says she'd try it.
Yes, she would. She would.
Miss Wilson looks like a cheese ball, but as a loaf.
You know, Miss Wilson, I never thought of it like that because I like cheese ball. And I like ham salad. So if that were like a ham salad / cheese ball.
Pie.
Moving on. Number 6. Lobster Relish. Eric, that was the one you had up before. Lobster Relish.
Lobster Relish.
Lobster crawl.
Let's see what this has in it. Lobster, obviously.
Nastiness. Crustacean and yak.
Vomit and varmint.
Damn it.
I can't find the menu. Of that
I think that is the medical waste from my appendectomy on that
plate. Too soon.
Too soon.
My appendix came out 4 years ago.
We'll skip over this one pretty quickly. That I could see if somebody didn't mind seafood. Like I don't like any of that raw stuff. I mean, I do see some crab legs, which I like crab meat, but other than that, there's way too many olives and other weird looking round things, and then that lava. I don't know what that stuff in the middle is, but it doesn't look good. So next on the list we have Jellied Tomato Refresher, and Eric, this is going to be like a little.
Yeah, right.
This is going to be a little wine. Okay,
I got it. Refresher.
What a freaking euphemism. It's 95 degrees. You've ran a half marathon. Here, take some. What is it?
Go drink some salsa out of brandy citron.
But is this? I mean, so here's the ingredients: 1 envelope of unflavored gelatin, again with the gelatin, cold water, tomato juice, dehydrated green pepper flakes,
water?
Cold water.
I thought you said conch water.
Artificial sweetener, lemon juice, beef bouillon cubes, Worcestershire sauce, garlic salt, ground cloves, green pepper, cut in rings, optional on the green pepper. So would this be like somebody who enjoys Bloody Marys, which I can't stand? I mean, would this be something that they would like?
Maybe. Like I said, it looks like a brandy sifter of salsa to me.
Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, looks like something they would enjoy.
All right. Number 8. Just tell me whenever you want to go to the audience, Eric. But number 8, we have Atora. I'm assuming I'm saying it right. Steak puddings. And these are unfortunate looking little.
Lord. Oh my lord!
You got these are steak puddings. Pudding is delicious, Brady.
I'm the type of guy.
These look like something that
You say it, Todd. It's a
looks like something that the detectives in the Lorena Bobbitt case had to fish out of a ditch.
They do look testicular.
Well, I wasn't even thinking that, but
because it came
close.
From a toro sounds close to a bowl. So what is it? It's a tora. It's from
The good beef.
The good beef suet.
Hey, I'll read that because it says you will be charmed with these dainty little puddings, so wonderfully light and digestible when made with a tora. The novelty of a small pudding for each person makes a refreshing change, and not only that, you're able to prepare just the right quantity without risk of running short or having wasteful leftovers. So they're like individual steak puddings for you.
Well, no, I want to know what steak pudding is. I'm sorry.
The recipe's not clickable, but when I zoom in, it gets too blurry. It does have the so obviously it's got flank steak in the middle of it. It says. I don't know what the outer layer is though. It's some sort of
congealed fat.
Now if that were mashed potatoes, that wouldn't be bad. If that were just a mashed potato ball filled with meat and gravies,
that just. Sorry, the words steak pudding. I'm actually a little lightheaded.
And if we're advertising a delicacy here, I do not want the word dainty used with my steak.
Yeah,
but the point is that you get individual ones. Like, for instance, I like my mom, we call them crazy meatloafs. When she makes meatloaf, she makes these little small meatloafs that are just like the big meatloafs, but they're
crazy,
small.
Man.
That's meatloaf. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Number 9. Nope. Nobody had any comments on the beef pudding?
Well, yeah. No, actually not. They're still commenting on the Howard says, I've had tomato jelly, but not to drink with that crap in it. Actually, Gary, I guess he did comment on the steak pudding's digestible. That has to be specified. Yeah, I guess digestible could be relative because I'm not sure I can digest that. But, Jim, welcome. Hey, guys, I was thinking the same thing. Todd just bought it.
Yeah. Yep. Number 9, we have lime cheese salad. And Brady, here's all you got to do. You got to dissolve 1 package of lime jello in 1 cup of hot water. Add 3 cups of cold water, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of grated onion. Pour half a cup of mixture into 1 quart ring mold. Chill until firm. Chill remaining jello until slightly thickened. It's a hyphen. So, sorry, it goes down to the next line. Then fold. This is the gross part. Then fold in 1. I don't want to fold anything into my food. Then fold 1 cup. How do you fold a cup of cottage cheese into something? And 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. Blend.
Lord.
Pour onto firm jello. Chill until firm. Unmold. Garnish with salad greens. Fill center with seafood salad. Make 6 servings. That just kept getting worse and worse.
I was wondering. I thought that was an Alpo in the middle of it.
Oh,
yeah.
But seriously, how did you just throw crap together? I mean, where do you come up with this?
What? That doesn't even look good. Like
German guards, how do we torture them?
So if it wasn't bad enough, why did they have to say, okay, well, this has got mayonnaise, cream cheese, and lime jello. Let's throw some seafood in there. Like, what made them throw seafood in there? Does seafood and jello go hand in hand or something?
It's basically like Scottish food based on a dare. Hey, I bet you won't. I bet you can't throw anything more gross in there. Hey, let's throw some seafood in.
Number 10, liver sausage pineapple.
Oh, God.
Leave my pineapple out of that.
So when you look at this, it says just imagine the horror of expecting something pineapple flavored and instead getting a mix of liverwurst, mayo, and Worcestershire. Oh my gosh! But here's the thing: you'd have to be pretty drunk or out of it to not realize that that's not an actual pineapple. Throw that up there, Eric. It looks nothing like a real pineapple.
I'd throw that up there.
I don't know if this is the right thing I'm throwing up here or not.
Well, it looks like a pineapple. It's the only one that. Nope. No.
Like, what is that right there? What did you send me?
What kind of proclivity? What are you?
That's coming later.
Sausage indeed.
It does look like it's coming later.
Where's the pineapple? I don't even see. Did I not send you the pineapple?
No,
all right, we'll skip over the pineapple then. It looks like a pineapple.
Here it is. Here it is. I was on the wrong email.
Sorry. So see, I mean, you would have to be completely crazy not to think that was a real pineapple.
Throw that back up there. I didn't see the pineapple.
See, that's not.
SpongeBob lives in there.
All right, next. Brady, this is right up your alley as well. Super salad loaf. Eric, the ad says if you want to be happy when company comes, and then it has a graphic of this.
I'm telling you, if you're serving that crap, you're not getting company.
And they're really pushing the Hellman's mayonnaise in this too. I think that's what it is a Hellman's ad.
Hello.
But this supper for 6: cream of tomato soup, celery, crackers. The super salad loaf has corn sticks. What's a corn stick? Nucoa?
I think I was 2 pictures back.
Nucoa, fresh pineapple, mint cup, ginger cookies, and coffee. This has coffee in it.
Gosh.
And pack it into a bologna shell. Pretty much what
bologna shell.
Yeah.
I've never heard the words bologna and shell in the same sentence.
The next one.
Shell might have came after the bologna.
Number 12, shrimp sandwich roll.
Oh.
I mean, I don't like seafood, but that doesn't sound particularly offensive.
This looks like somebody's arm or leg was sawed in half or something. It's like a roll. It's like a log, Eric, with a little.
Yeah, I got it.
Amputasty.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That looks like those
staring at me.
Those desserts. If you look, I mean, it has layers, but that in between there is
looks like a pumpkin roll.
Yeah, in between there is shrimp, like some sort of shrimp, like ham salad, but shrimp.
It looks like the angry eye of an octopus.
Yeah,
like that the part that is an angry eye staring at the knife.
It looks reminiscent of the ever famous, infamous bologna salad.
It looks like something from the Civil War play set. Hey kids, remember Antietam? Well, now you can reenact it.
Number 13, frozen cheese salad. Frozen cheese salad. This was a recipe, Weight Watchers recipe from the 70s. Brady's got all your favorites. Cottage cheese, blue cheese, buttermilk, chives, grated lemon peel, barbecue spice, Worcestershire peel.
Oh, I thought you said pill. I was legit confused. I wasn't even being funny. Peel.
Broccoli florets, green pepper strips to garnish. Let cheese stand at room temperature for 30 minutes. Place in blender container. So basically, you mix all this up, and then you put it in the freezer. You put the cheese block in the freezer.
There you go.
So why would you want frozen?
Watchers.
I don't understand why you'd want that frozen.
Because it makes it inedible. It already makes an inedible thing even more inedible.
Oh,
if you're trying to lose weight, you can't eat it. So,
number 14, Eric.
Okay, we got some audience.
Okay, go ahead.
Howard says folding refers to a type of mixing action. So.
Thank you for clearing that up. I was confused on how to fold.
Yeah. So Gary says, so what action would be the unfolding? Howard says, slinging it against the wall, I guess. So.
Nice. Number 14, Monterey souffle salad.
Sounds fairly exotic.
When you look at this, basically it's the fish gelatin citrus combo again. Quick, easy, a tuna salad treat, the new fast frost way. It's basically what's gross about that. If you look at those little chunks that are around the bottom, like the bottom layer, that's like like frozen veggies and stuff like that in there. The top is tuna. The top around the little.
What's staring at me?
That's an olive, I believe.
Okay, so the outside shell, I guess you'd call it, looks like it's made out of those little white nougat candies with dried fruit in the middle.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not what that is.
It's actually lemon-flavored gelatin.
It's white.
Yeah. Well, lemon-flavored stuff a lot of times is... And then I can't read the rest of it, but basically it's a lemon gelatin. It's got all kinds of veggies, cucumbers, celeries, things like that, frozen in it or molded into it. And then the top, you make a bowl out of it, and the top is chunks of tuna. And then I can't tell what that yellow dipping substance is.
Probably the bile from the person that tried to eat it before.
Now, this next one, I guarantee you people won't think this is too bad.
I do.
Spam and limas. And basically, it's just like some spam and lima beans on a bowl, in a dish. Now,
see, I like me some beans, except for lima beans. Lima beans is the unlikable cousin of the legume family.
I don't like lima beans either. Now, I like the spam. I would just shake off all the lima beans and eat the spam.
Pass. That's all I'll say. Pass.
Eric, this is what you've been waiting for, man. Number 16 on the list, the banana candle.
Yeah. Is that what you call it?
Banana candle, yeah. If you want to bring the banana candle back up.
That's what
so to speak.
I'm not sure. So I wonder why they put the banana candle next to a regular candle. I mean, I guess just to show the difference between a banana candle and a regular candle. Now, I don't know what that is exactly, but it looks to me like a banana that has been... But how'd they get the banana so straight?
Well...
But look at that banana. It has no curve to it.
Maybe it's curving towards you, and it's an optical illusion.
Could be, or away from me.
Either way.
But it looks like it has some sort of hollandaise or something. And then I don't know if that is a fruit topper. I don't know. So do you eat this or do you light it? What do you? Wait, these are recipes, but this is a banana.
I need a cigarette.
Seriously though, is this an edible candle? Do you do you lead the way to your cellar in a thunderstorm and then have a snack while you're down there? I mean,
clear the cobwebs out. Go to the parlor with your smoking jacket.
I bet there's got to be better pictures of that. Number 17, snowy chicken confetti salad. It looks like a cheese ball type thing, Eric. It's got, if you're looking for the picture, it's got some radishes, some cucumbers, some tomatoes. It's a summer food. There it is.
It should be a New Year's Eve food. When the ball drops, the confetti hits.
18. I got a couple more left here. 18. Glazed potato salad. Another Hellman's ad. And this, Eric, just looks like a yellow loaf of some sort. It's
once again referring to my cat. A yellow loaf of some sort.
Listen to this ad, though. What a beautiful new way to serve potato salad. And the luscious glaze you make with Hellman's keeps it fresh and moist to the last slice.
Moist.
That's real mayonnaise. Whole egg Hellman's.
That looks...
Now, I would eat that. I like potato salad, and all that if all that is regular potato salad ingredients just formed into a loaf, I have no problem with that.
I'm telling you, I bet whoever made that just sliced that loaf off and was sitting to watch Laughing. If you look American Style or some 70s schlock, because that looks like pure 70s schlock.
I don't know what the so basically it's just a loaf of potato salad, probably formed into some sort of bread pan or something. But then like the icing part is mayonnaise. But it also has I can make out here chicken broth. I'm not sure what the chicken broth would be for. A couple envelopes of unflavored gelatin.
I like how they say envelopes. I keep on expecting that. That sounds so mysterious.
Envelope. Number 19, baked stuffed salmon.
So the salmon was high when it was caught.
This is notice there's a lot of yellow hues to the foods in this group. Yeah, that looks like I don't know what that is.
The salmon looks like it was like bound and gagged.
Looks like
it's got garnish in its mouth.
looks like it met up with that banana candle. But now the only thing that looks appetizing about this is the bread in the background. Those are some fine looking rolls.
Yes, those are good looking
that
rolls.
salmon is kind of like, well, I'm caught, I'm sunk. I might as well go out artistically, put this big old wad of crud in my mouth and look appetizing.
But
Now,
there are some Brussels. There are some Brussels
There are
sprouts.
some Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. Are those two containers of slaw
Good question.
on either side of the buns?
Probably milt from the salmon.
Notice though that that's not a real the fish is there obviously, but it isn't one of those presentations that actually has the fish with its actual eye and
That's what I thought it was.
no, it's the fish is there, but it's most of it's covered in that yellow. I guess it's hollandaise of some sort.
I think it's an olive. It's an olive in place of its
Yes,
eye.
it's an olive in place of its eye, which is more passable to me than when the actual fish eye is there.
So the mouth.
I won't even sit at the
Is that real
table if
salmon?
somebody in my party is getting one of those fish meals that has the actual fish face and eye and everything right
looking
there.
at you.
Yeah.
So is that the fish's head or is that just artwork?
No, it's its head. Well, actually, it all could be artwork. I don't know. Maybe that's not even its mouth. But I took it as that was the actual outline of the fish, but they just had to cover it with the sauce. So to make you see where its eye and stuff is, they've put the garnish.
That's
All right,
Yeah.
two left. Number 20, igloo meatloaf. And
That's
if
crazy.
If this is what I think it is, this is the first thing on the menu that I would definitely eat. It looks to me like it is a meatloaf with a mashed potato igloo encasing it and some melted cheese on top, or maybe that's butter.
That is a work of art.
It is.
Yeah, that's like edible art. I could go along with that. That's truly what it is. That it's
Now
not
what, what the crap that cube of stuff is behind it, I have no idea. But
And what are those glasses filled with? I thought it was milk at first, but it's... And those green beans aren't going to work.
no.
It says, let's see. Most
I bet there's some unflavored gelatin in that concoction that cube is.
Oh, I know. What was it? Gosh, what was wrong with the 70s?
Well, and there's I
Smell
can
The
tell
long
you
list
that
or the short list?
green bean and mushroom casserole. That's probably what that is back there, Eric. Well, there's gelatin salad somewhere, sour cream dressing, rolls, butter, cinnamon apple crisp, vanilla ice cream, and milt. That is milt.
Mint.
Just let me make sure that that's what that is. That is exactly what that is. That igloo is made out of mashed potatoes, and the top is just a melted slice of cheddar cheese. Nothing wrong with that.
That is a work of art.
So the meatloaf is Inuit.
Yes. All right. The last one doesn't even have an explanation. It just has a bunch of question marks, and then it says bye, because this is the last one on the list. And Eric, it is a nasty-looking mound of something. It literally looks like something that needs some sawdust thrown on it. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yes, the custodian got called for that one there.
Oh my gosh. I wish there were a recipe here so I could see what it is, but the inside is definitely cat food and cat throw up. It's got to be seafood based.
It is like crushed caterpillar on top. That's caterpillar glaze.
Yeah, definitely some sort of
puree.
Yeah, some sort of mucus icing.
Mucus icing.
Inside the actual meat, I see some celery. That damn celery shows up everywhere. I see some other green things. There's some black in there, like there might be some beans in there, Brady. So maybe you would be interested in eating it because you like beans. But other than that,
yeah. My eating quirks are well documented, but I challenge anybody to look at that and say, "Oh, you're being silly. Just give it a try." Heck no.
Comments from the audience. Howard says bound and gagged would make it an S&M salmon. Indeed. Tiana, just laughing. Huh?
Tiana's laughing at us.
Nice. Gary, igloo meatloaf, shepherd's pie, it seems. It would seem to be that indeed.
Is shepherd's pie meat covered in mashed potatoes or surrounded by mashed potatoes?
I believe it is. Miss Wilson, I lived through the 70s, never once went to a function that served these delicacies, and I'm so glad.
But Mrs. Wilson, I bet you have been to a function that had some sort of salad with jello and shredded cheese and weird things like that all in it. Doesn't, as a matter of fact, is that what Miss Wilson makes? There was one show episode we were doing and we were like knocking some sort of food, and that was her specialty. She made.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's what it was. Like the one salad with like the orange salad with the or Jello. Sorry, the orange Jello with the shredded cheese and stuff on it.
I bet I could almost predict that in the 70s, all the people that served those dishes, it was the same. There was green shag carpet on the floor, and they were probably watching Dick Cavett on TV. They just were watching public.
Well, when they made that banana candle, they definitely were.
Or orange shag carpet. Could be that too.
Yeah, rust color. Oh, just I'm having a hard time recovering from this.
Yeah. All right, good topic.
Great topic.
I seriously was queasy a couple different times there looking at these pictures. Just not good.
Well,
they desensitized.
Yeah, if you can the rough part, you couldn't do it on here, but if you can zoom in on your phone and definitely see some of the layers of just grossness. Yeah.
Gosh.
Scalloped oyster.
That's right. Yeah.
That was it.
Delicacy there.
Scalloped.
Yes. All right. So here for this break between Todd's topic and mine, I do want to let you all know on May the 4th, which is Tuesday, May the 4th be with you, we are going to be interviewed on a podcast called the Let's Chat podcast. And the purpose of the podcast is to interview up-and-coming podcasters. So I guess we fall into that realm there. Up and coming, up and something, I don't know. But anyway, that is going to be our show for next week. We are going, I'm trying to work out the logistics, but I'm trying to get that streamed on our Facebook like we do. They use StreamYard like we do, so we can stream different places. So we're going to try to get the logistics done there. We'll keep you updated on social media and on our website. But please join us. You can comment like you do here, and I really don't know what to expect. But
yeah, I don't either. I wonder if we'll be all. Wonder if we'll be all uptight and not ourselves, like when we're being interviewed. I like to think we won't be, but it probably depends on the interviewer.
Well, we'll take things over, right?
Yes.
Storm the gates,
and they'll end it after 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
And they're no longer up and coming.
We seem to have lost the transmission. All right, so yeah, join us for that. Like I said, we'll keep you updated as to how to join there. Like I said, we're trying to stream it like we do here, so there shouldn't be any problem at all joining us next week. But that will be Tuesday of next week at 8:30, so a little bit later than what we have been. I think it's around an hour, I believe. So please join us. John Whitney in the house. Y'all made me hungry enjoying some Hormel Chili.
Gosh.
Which is right beside the Alpo.
Gary, plenty of ideas how to prepare that.
Johnny, don't you put something on your Hormel chili? Seems like I remember you like putting some sort of condiment or something on your Hormel chili.
I like some sour cream in my chili.
I do too, but I don't know that can even save Hormel chili.
That's true.
By the way, Eric, I got a chili cheese potato from Wendy's yesterday, and I always think of you when I get those because you're the one that told me to try them.
That's solid.
They are very good. They're oddly enough, they're much better than just the chili is from Wendy's.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. But for whatever reason, the Wendy's in Melbourne never has potatoes. So we're out. Every time you ask, we're out of potatoes. Like, seriously.
The girl yesterday at Wendy's thought I said cherry potato, or something like that. And I'm like, why would I order a cherry potato? First off, that's gross.
I was going to say, after that topic you just did, it's probably been done. All right, John, for the Hormel chili, it's A1 sauce. We just had an A1 sauce discussion.
A1 can save about anything, so.
That's true.
Ooh.
I don't think sodium content.
I don't think it would have saved anything on that list.
No.
Never.
Except A1 would have been good on the meatloaf igloos.
True.
Steak pudding.
All right, gentlemen.
Brady, you're wrong. It was steak puddings, plural,
Puddings.
because they were little miniature. Yeah, they were cups. They were steak pudding cups.
Ew, that's disgusting. All right. So topic 3 is our gain of the night. And as always, we want the audience to be intricately involved here in helping us out. The game, which we played before, called Hands Down This Game Will Spill the Beans on the Origins of Expressions. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to give a popular expression, and our co-hosts, Brady and Todd, will give their definition. They'll write down what they feel that the origin of said expression is, and the audience...
Sorry to interrupt it. I don't think we wrote it down last time.
We didn't write it down, but there was some question as to whether someone could steal someone else's ideas. So if you don't want to write, that's fine. But if we can be on the honor system,
honor system.
I'm honorable.
Okay. All right. So they will concoct their best guess as to where these expressions came from, and audience, you will decide who of the two is the closest. So,
I feel like I need a pipe for this game.
This would be a pipe in a smoking jacket sort of game. All right. And interestingly enough, this is the first card out of the pile after our last topic. The expression is biting off more than you can chew. Maybe it could be the steak puddings or one of the loaves, the various loaves that we talked about. But what was the origin of biting off more than you can chew?
Who's going first?
I think I have an answer.
Well, we'll let Brady go first then. Brady?
Okay.
What's your answer?
At one point, it's not a lot of people realize that the Genghis Khan and the Mongol invaders, that they had the largest empire in the world. And when they were storming across Eastern Europe and on the steppe, they liked chopping off ears and wearing them as necklaces, and they would bite them off. So that every once in a while, after biting off a lot of ears, they bit off more than they could chew. And that's why so it was mutilation trophies from Mongol invaders. Which is why they got to wearing them on a necklace instead of just eating them in battle.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I disagree.
Okay, Hollywood.
Heresy.
I disagree. I think it's quite literal. I think that goes back to the famous Charleston Chew confectionery stick. And I think it involved quite a few dental accidents, dental emergencies, and a couple of unfortunate chokings of young people biting off more than they could chew of the Charleston Chews. And if you ever had a Charleston Chew, you would know that they are very tacky, very firm, very hard on your teeth, and hard on your gullet if you swallow too much of it. So I think that it really has to do with not biting off too much than you can actually chew before you swallow it.
All right, so it is in your
the original term was don't bite off more than you can Charleston chew, but then they had to shorten it for.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, audience, it is in your court now. Do you believe Brady, who comes up with the Mongolian? I'll put Gary's comment up here. Mongolian ear casserole story.
Or don't get him started on a casserole, Gary.
Or Todd, and too much of a Charleston chew. So, audience, again, that is in your court. But, Brady, I do give you kudos for your seriousness in describing your
I wasn't lying.
You weren't lying.
You don't think I was serious? Go try to bite off more of a Charleston chew than you can manage.
Go try biting off more of a Charleston chew than you can chew.
You just try that. And then you come talk to me about seriousness, sir.
Now, I don't know if this is a vote for Brady or not. Jim says, Brady, I worry about you. Could be a vote. Becky Fiskus says Brady.
So does the most votes win, or the one who's closest to the? I thought it was the one who's the closest to the origin wins.
I'm letting the audience vote here, but actually the winner will be the closest to the.
Is the audience the tiebreaker if neither one of us are anywhere near close?
I guess I did do that. I read the actual origin, didn't I? And then the audience decided. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do that. My bad, audience. I messed up the rules of the game. So the actual origin of biting off more than you can chew, an early American expression for a person who took too large a bite of chewing tobacco, so much that was uncomfortable for the person to chew.
Give me those points.
So with that being said, audience, who do you believe is closest? Brady with his Mongolian ear casserole, or Todd with the Charleston chew, just adjacent to wacky tobacco. And Brady was getting a lot of votes there, but I'm.
Yeah, if he's getting them now, people just aren't paying attention. I literally said it meant quite honestly biting off more than you could chew.
Now the actual votes are coming in. Jim says Todd.
Thank you, James.
Miss Wilson says Todd. Gary says Todd right after Howard. I haven't showed you all this.
Oh yeah,
Howard,
I want to see
Howard as you were.
Howard probably knew the answer. Yeah,
your
he probably
stories. Howard says probably a reference to tobacco plugs. Yeah. So Howard actually got the answer first.
Howard is the man, by the way.
The Mongolian ear necklace story is true, by the way. Some of it I embellished, but it was true.
Susan with the new info goes with Todd. So Todd gets the point.
Johnny, you remember, and Gary, you remember Grandma always having those Charleston chews?
So do you remember when Grandma had
I was
those
talking to
plugs?
Gary
Charleston
and Johnny.
chews are outstanding.
Do they? I can't remember. Are they covered in chocolate? Are they chocolate covered?
They are.
Yes.
Okay, I thought they were. And like the center part is like a chewy marshmallowy,
marshmallowy nougat sort of thing.
It will hurt your teeth.
All right, gentlemen. Next, and Todd will make the first guess here. The expression is tit for tat. Tit.
All right, that's easy. That's easy. I just got to figure out a way to talk about it and keep it TV-14. So this was in the early days of tattooing commercially, tattooing for money. Tattooing's been around, since the prehistoric Indian tribes. But when people started tattooing as an art form for money, some people did not have currency to pay, so they paid with sexual favors, and so sometimes
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sometimes it was that's how they paid. So for a tattoo, they would give sexual favors.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to be civil and professional. But there's another one that means quite literally what it says. Tit for tat.
Brady.
Well, luckily, I know this story, and I love Todd.
See, Brady actually knows this stuff. I mean, that's.
So, all right. The pork producers in Massachusetts.
Why not?
Laughing about.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Gosh, I feel like my credibility is being assailed. Anyway, there was a famous pork producing family in Massachusetts, close to the Worcester area, and ironically, where the sauce comes from. But anyway, they had some pigs that would like frequently have a lot of suckling pigs, and so the daughter got quite fond of this one runt pig, and she always wanted to make sure there was enough tit for tat, and Tat was the suckling pig. And so when they were matching the milk output, they had to make sure there was enough tit for tat. So it is become about matching the intensity of milk production. So that's where it comes from.
Oh.
So, Brady, what is it with you and suckling pigs? I'm pretty sure that
we get a suckling pig reference about every other episode.
It wasn't me the last time.
it was. They were stealing suckling pigs in a sack. Oh,
that's right.
Burlap sack.
Well, that wasn't me. I was just reading the story. And once again, it comes from the same era, so suckling pigs, and that beloved Tat. She loved that little piglet.
All right. Tit for tat. This originated from an Old English term called tip for tat, basically meaning a hit or a shove for being hit or shoved by another. So basically, someone hits or shoves you, you hit or shove them back.
Eye for an eye.
See, the pig was taking its snout and shoving.
I gotta be honest. There's no way either one of us can get a point here.
Yeah.
No. So, audience, you have a tough job here. Yeah. Gary says Abe Froman's niece's baby pig seems most likely.
You mean the Sausage King?
Miss Wilson, corrupted version of this or that. That's first known use of tit for tat was 1556. Becky Fiskus, off the top of your head, I'd be impressed if you came up with that. I'm guessing she went internet searching.
My timeline was a little bit off, but it was Massachusetts.
Howard, if I had to vote, it would be for Brady for originality, but it means something similar to eye for an eye. So, again, yeah, no one wants to seem to vote for someone. They're just kind of
that's one of those ones though. When you hear about it, you notice that it really makes sense. You know what I mean? Like if you just would have stopped and thought. I mean, but here it's hard to do when you're put on the spot.
Yeah. Susan votes for the piglet Tat. Tat the pig.
I think the last time we talked about suckling pigs was something about people would steal money, or people would out of a bag and replace it with a suckling pig or something in a bag.
Yeah, what was it? It was something about the the cat's out of the bag or something.
Yeah,
right. Because they put cats in there instead of pigs.
Yeah.
Jim, Brady, you should write fiction. I don't know if in his head that's fiction or fact.
Yeah.
There's elements of both.
Our audience doesn't want to seem to pull the trigger here and vote for somebody.
Neither one of us can get it.
Neither one of us. We were,
So we'll call that a draw.
A draw.
All right. Draw. All right.
This game is nearly impossible, by the way. Just so you know.
It's fun, though.
It is fun, yes.
All right. Brady?
Yes.
The expression is... Jim did vote for you, by the way, even though you write fiction. Strike while the iron is hot. Strike while the iron is hot.
In days of old, when knights were bold, and They needed swords and things like that. When they were hammering it out, they would have to strike it while the iron was hot to make a good sharp sword. So you had to strike it while the iron was hot.
Okay. Todd?
Just Brady happened to get to go first there because I was thinking the same thing, that it was something to do with forging, sword making or dagger making or something like that. But I got to give something different, I guess, in the spirit of the game. So I'm going to say that I've been sticking with the literal, using the word literally tonight. So striking, in as it pertains to workers, unhappy workers, unhappy with their working conditions, refusing to work, that type of strike. And I'm going to say that striking while the iron was hot would be along the lines of while you had bargaining power, while you had something to bargain for, something while the froth was built up, while the anger was there by the workers, and not to miss that opportunity. So it's about not missing an opportunity. How's that?
Sounds good.
I think that is an absolutely outstanding answer when being put behind the 8 ball.
Thank you.
Which I don't know. That's in this. That could be in the stack right there. All right. So strike while the iron is hot. An expression that is from medieval times where a blacksmith would have to wait till the iron was sufficiently heated at a fire before he was able to shape the iron into any form needed. Yeah. So I don't even think we have to wait for the votes.
No. Yes.
Brady.
Well done, Brady.
With the point.
Thank you.
So we are tied at uno.
Square table degenerates in the house.
Uno.
1-1. All right. So Joey in the house. Welcome.
Whoa, Joey.
Howard refers to blacksmithing. Brady is absolutely correct. Gary, unions would prefer to be on strike when conditions are most uncomfortable. So giving some kudos to your answer there, which I give kudos to your answer too. That was again very, very well done. Miss Wilson doing something stupid while your mom was ironing. Brady's answer.
Yeah, that would be right.
Yeah. All right. Todd.
Yes.
All right. The expression is, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever even heard this one, but cut of a person's jib. Cut of a person's jib.
So, I know what it means, I think. The origin is what we're after here, though, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, a jib would be another term for someone's facial structure, their bone structure in their face, like their jawline.
Right.
So it would have been someone who has a strong jawline, the cut of their jib, the cut of their cheekbones, their jawbones, and it would obviously be talking about someone who was suitable, capable for a dangerous task of some sort. Again, I'm trying to not mix up the meaning of it with what I think it would have originated from. And clearly, I have no idea, so I'm just guessing here. So I'm thinking it has something to do with the jib would have to be some sort of term having to do with the face, facial structure, bone structure, jawline, and obviously what you would think someone is capable of just from your first look, from their physical characteristics of their jawbone and their facial structure.
Okay.
Very good.
Brady?
Well, there is going to be a major nerd alert on this one. I am a child of the 80s, and one of my favorite things to watch, I was always a big America's Cup fan, and Dennis Conner. And I know from watching America's Cup and playing on Commodore 64, the America's Cup simulator, that the jib sail is it's a type of sail on a yacht, one of those racing yachts, I think. So I'm guessing that I think I know the origin, but I don't know the cut of a person's jib. It's got to do something with like how their sail is cut, but I really don't know what it means is applied to a person. So how fast they are, maybe. It's like, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Okay. All right. Cut of a person's jib. The jib of a sailboat was the sail at the front, and a well-cut jib allowed a boat to be faster than others.
Yes.
Origins of this expression date back to around the 17th century. So again, don't know that we have to wait for votes here.
Wow.
No, not at all. Yeah. For some reason, as soon as you started talking about that, Brady, it hit me. I'm thinking, have we talked about this before or something? Because we've talked about something nautical one time with that.
Is that an 80s thing? Because I used to love watching the America's Cup and
I could not get the meaning of it or the use of it out of my head. You know, when someone says the cut of their jib, they are talking about their appearance. They're that's how it's used. But I couldn't. Obviously, I knew nothing about the sail. Good job. I knew nothing about the sailing part. I knew nothing about sailing or boats or anything like that.
So 2-1 Brady. A few comments here. Johnny says a jib is a means of leveraging. Gary is jib of type of casserole loaf.
Jib loaf. Type of banana candle.
Giblet.
Howard, Brady refers to the manner and way a person comports themselves through life.
Yeah, see, Howard, that's kind of what I couldn't get the meaning out of my. I had no idea the origin. Who knew it had something to do with boats?
Stormy seas.
Yeah, makes sense. It does make sense. Now,
All right, Brady, you're up first here. The term or expression is blowing smoke. Blowing smoke.
Well, nobody sees well when smoke is in their eyes. So, in the 60s, when left-handed cigarettes became very popular, if somebody was blowing smoke at them, they were obscuring their vision and maybe, making them not of their quite right senses, maybe discombobulating them. So if somebody is blowing smoke at them, they are trying to confuse or conceal their true intentions. It's the equivalent of pulling one's leg or trying to be like, sneaky about it, like you're blowing smoke at somebody, you're trying to deceive them.
Okay. Todd?
Well, is it possible for me to kind of take part of Brady's and go my own way with it? Because when he started talking,
very possible.
I think it goes back much earlier than the 60s. I think this is a reference to smoke signals, and I think it's the thing I think is like what Brady said is, I think smoke signals were obviously something that could be deciphered by friends, but also think that foe could also figure out, smoke signals, like code breakers. It's like an early code breaking type thing.
Right.
So I think that there were certain smoke signals given, just like there would be fake codes given. World War II, was that the code breakers? World War.
Yeah, World War II.
Yeah. So I think when it was smoke signals, I think that they would have been given to throw off the enemy, to throw off the enemy and confuse them, trick them, and to try to gain an upper hand in some sort of confrontation.
I think the audience is going to have a rough way to go here. Blowing smoke. This term derives from the 19th century.
Oh.
When magicians would often use smoke on stage to help conceal how their tricks were being performed. So, audience, it's up to you.
Man.
Can
we split that one? 1.5 to, or was it 2.5 to 1.5?
Well, Howard's vote was for Brady and Todd, so that's kind of the direction he went with it. Yeah, both of you talked about concealing things, so although coming at it from different angles there. And Miss Wilson also with the both. So
do I get special points for saying left-handed cigarette?
Rook, you might burn lefty. Susan says both. I think that's where we're going to go with it with both. Do I give both of you a point?
Yes.
Or
that's fine. Either way, half point, a point, doesn't matter.
Okay. We'll just say 3-2 here is our score. All right, Brady 3, Todd 2. We'll play to 5. How about that?
5.
5. Okay, Todd, your expression, face the music. Face the music.
So, I think this has to do with the early days of performing music as an art, as an entertainment, and obviously people would have been a bit apprehensive. People would have been a little unsure of themselves as far as, they were so into their art, into their music, that they didn't really think much about the physical appearance of their person. And I think it's also a form of shyness. A lot of great early musicians would have been introverts. And so I think when it come time to perform their pieces in front of that they would have been struggling to actually face the people watching them perform their music.
Okay. Brady? Todd has disappeared.
I thought we were losing him there for a second. Luckily, I'm a social studies teacher, and I can opine about this. During there was a period in the 1800s where there was a king of Belgium, King Leopold, and he was known for his extreme brutality. And Face the Music comes from this well-known author, their neck of the woods, Anders von Kloot, that when King Leopold would have people put to death, political prisoners, he would have the band, like the drumming and the and it would be the harbinger to the execution, the hanging. So when it was their turn to face the music, they would be marched to the gallows or to the firing range. And like Anders van Kloot had, he wrote that it was his time to face the music. And so is that it was facing the unpleasant end.
Okay. All right. So Todd's texting. Can't get back on. Signal is strong. He's trying. So we'll move forward here, and I'll give you the audience can vote here. Face the music. This expression comes from the 19th century, when military drums would always play at a court-martial. This expression comes from the 19th century, when military drums would always play at a court-martial. And Miss Wilson, drums at a firing squad, question mark. That is indeed what the expression was. Howard's vote for Brady. So we'll wait for a few more votes there between Brady's and Todd's descriptions there. Jim says Brady. Gary says Brady. Miss Wilson says Brady. So Brady, I think those who have been voting will give you the point there.
There you go.
All right.
Did Anders van Kloot sound like a Belgian name?
I think it sounds more
Dutch.
Nether region.
Anders van Kloot.
Uh,
The story was right.
story was on, yes. So I don't know. If Todd went first there, right?
He did.
So this is actually your turn to go first. We'll let you go first here, and maybe Todd will come back on here shortly. All right. So the term or the expression is knock on wood. Actually, our score is 4-2 there. I didn't put the score up. Brady's up 4-2. Knock on wood.
Well, let me tell you who's not right is the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, because they had it wrong in that song, but that always bugged me, even though I like the song. But knock on wood. When you knock on the wood, knock knock, it scares the demons and the bad luck specters from the wood that it is haunted. So when you knock on wood, the spirits flee, and it will bring you good luck and good fortune because the evil spirits are gone because you knocked on the wood.
Okay. Todd, oh, here he is. Just in time.
Well,
your timing is impeccable.
Crap. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Well, I don't know if you heard any of this, but
I didn't. I heard nothing. I was giving my answer, and then I just went out.
Okay.
That's good. Just have him give his explanation. And
yeah.
Well, he doesn't even know this one. We Brady got the last one. It was right. And I'll recap here. The face of music. The expression comes from 19th century when military drums would always play at a court martial.
Gotcha.
So Brady's expression was basically that.
Yeah, mine was not military based. I was talking about music, but I wasn't talking about military drums.
Okay, so the expression is knock on wood. Knock on wood.
It's Brady's turn.
Brady already went.
Oh, what? I don't get to hear his so I don't steal it. I don't get to hear his. Wow. All right. Knock on wood.
But you may come up with the same answer and get
I'm all discombobulated. Let's see.
Brady, you can recap your answer there. To be fair.
Okay. I said that when one knocks on wood, they were afraid that in the wood, the forest that was harvested, there was evil spirits and specters and bad luck attached to the wood. And when you knocked on wood, the evil spirits would flee and you would have good luck because you scared them out of the wood.
Gotcha. I think it has something to do with coffins. I think it has something to do with wooden coffins and knocking to make sure that, well, number one, if you heard knocking in a coffin, then the person obviously wasn't dead and they could be possibly buried alive. On the other end of that, you would knock on the coffin to assure that the person inside is not just asleep or regaining consciousness after losing it or something like that. So I think it refers to knocking on wood to ensure, in this case, that the person inside of the coffin is actually deceased, which obviously just turned into to knocking on wood to assure that something doesn't happen. So in that case, it was to assure that someone doesn't get buried while alive, because it used to happen. Used to happen quite a bit.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, knock on wood. Originates from medieval Europe. When people thought that trees had good spirits living in them, tapping on them was thought to let these spirits know that you were there for good luck.
Holy cow.
See, the problem is Brady knows this stuff. Like I said before, I have to rely on my bullshit. Brady knows it.
Okay, I got to be honest. I made that up, sort of. I swear I didn't know that exactly. I just kind of. I
Or had you heard it, not remembered?
Yeah,
that
could be.
Maybe
that's probably what happened. Yeah. So again, no
vote needed.
Yeah, no vote needed. Brady, has he got 5 yet?
He does.
Put me out of my misery, man.
5-2.
Yes.
I think this is my hottest game here.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, again, it's I don't have this kind of knowledge. I just have my my quick
I
thinking.
do want to
BS.
go on record. I do want to go on record that the Mongols did make ear necklaces. I wasn't making that part up.
Come on, man. Let me have my 1 point.
Well, I wasn't even close.
Far and square.
Far and square. All right. Good game, gentlemen. Good game. We are up on the 2-hour mark.
Oh, how okay.
So, actually, I've not yet shown my shirt.
Let's see it.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Aye.
One of the best shows on TV right
strike
now.
First, strike hard. And that brings up the whole debate as to whether Danielson was actually the good guy or the bad guy.
Well, if I can nerd out a little bit here, we just had that conversation with my students about Odysseus and Polyphemus. You know, in the story, Odysseus' curiosity is always getting the best of him. He and his men end up in Polyphemus' cave. They steal his cheese, steal his milk. They
don't steal his salmon loaf.
They want to leave. Odysseus doesn't. He wants to see who lives there. Again, his curiosity. So Polyphemus, this giant, one-eyed monster, comes back, finds people in his home who have stolen his goods. So he traps them in there and kills some of Odysseus' men. So the whole time, obviously, my students are thinking that Polyphemus is this terrible creature.
Ogre.
But in all honesty, is Odysseus the bad guy?
Just protecting his stuff.
Exactly. I mean,
they looted his stuff.
They did. So
not really. Is he or is he not thing? It gives it a whole new dimension. It was good when you're a teenager,
exactly,
80s, but I mean,
good.
But the show is fantastic. I will
it's
say.
So bad, it's good. I'll give you that. But,
the show is very well written. I've never seen a show where the writing does such a good job of continuing a story that was told 30 years ago, and does such a good job of connecting pieces that you didn't even realize needed connecting.
You guys have got to listen to the Gary Goldman bit about no can defend about the Karate Kid. Outstanding stuff. Can defend. That whole bit is awesome. Anyway, I just wanted to show my vintage shirt here.
Nice.
Anyway, do want to give another plug to our show next week, our interview on Let's Chat Live. That will be our show for the week. And again, we're trying to work out the logistics where we can stream on our usual outlets here. And would invite everyone who's here or been here, who will watch our show here or listen, chime in and log in and be a part of our interview because, again, you are as much a product of the success of this show as we are. So always welcome.
Yes. Once again, another plug for our buddy Blake Kibler. His new book, Time Served, is out now on Amazon.com. You can go there and you can order you can get the Kindle version or you can get the paperback version. And I've been told if you get the paperback version, he'll even sign up for you. So, guys, check him out. Upcoming.
He may be famous someday.
That's right. Yep. Hell of a guy. So definitely could use your support there.
All right. Anything else for the go of the order, gentlemen?
All good.
All good.
Fun show.
Yes.
All right. So
although
again,
nauseatingly funny.
Yes, audio version out Friday morning as usual. So Todd, take us out.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again. And join us next time as we play it by ear.